allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Remain standing. As a legislative authority in Asheville, we impact the lives of families, businesses, and schools. With such a weighty responsibility, we believe it is wholly appropriate to petition for help from a higher authority in the discussion, reflection, and dispensing of our duties as council members. Going to silent. Maybe see. Chad?
Present.
Roger? Present. Present. Dave? Here. Matt? Present. Colton? Here. Need a motion to approve the April 1st regular session minutes.
So moved.
Second. Vote? No.
Yes.
Abstain. Tim.
Yeah, just that, if you want to answer, just Nancy.
Do you want
You want to come on up, Nancy?
I don't care.
Nancy's here representing Viking Fest, which is next week. Yeah, next week.
Well, not this coming weekend.
Next weekend, yeah, absolutely.
So, and I mostly came to see if anyone had any questions or concerns that I could address. We're in good shape, we're happy. So,
Everything good? You got permit for the tent, the meat, and all that good stuff?
permit for the tent. The O'Neill tent is actually coming Wednesday afternoon. They're having some equipment issues, but we're already in the park, so.
Okay. Do we have, as far as park goes, do we have that park cleared for that week?
Well, it's under my name after Tuesday, so.
Yeah, after Tuesday you have it? Okay,
Yeah.
okay. That's,
Yeah.
you don't need it until then. After Tuesday, you're good. Okay.
Right,
That's
and
good.
we'll be out.
You'll
We'll be out
night.
Sunday, but some, the port
And a few
guys, some
things might be
tents and
there
things will
Monday,
come
right.
on there, but that's.
But do you need anything from
the
us?
last. Just your goodwill.
You know how to get in touch with us, you know,
Yeah.
if you know Brooke Klein, the village administrator?
I think we
So,
bet.
if you need anything, call these guys.
The chain will need to go up and down for me to get the vendors in and out of the parking lot.
Oh, we can do that.
Okay.
Yeah, because you're gonna have people, it's yours for the week.
And then the
We
water,
don't argue about that.
spiders,
Yeah, we'll get those out there for you.
okay,
Yeah, we'll
that would
take-
be great.
Yeah,
'cause
we'll take care of that for
We
you.
have 17 food vendors this year.
And what day do you want those out there?
Could I have them
So
Thursday?
Nancy, they
Wednesday or
understand.
Thursday? Whatever works best for you.
Wednesday be fine.
Wednesday would be
get
great,
them out-
because then they're there. Then we don't
Yeah,
have to
we'll get
worry
them out
about
there
it.
for you. Yep.
So your food vendors and all your other guys, they understand they're gonna get looked at by health department, fire
They've
department?
already, most of them have already been in contact with the health department.
Okay.
And by vendors, some of them, like the pickle guy who has a cart that walks
Yeah,
around
yeah.
selling pickles, that's one of 17. But,
Right.
so they're not all big vendors.
And everybody's familiar with what we're required tent-wise and everything.
Yes.
I mean, this isn't our first rodeo. 20 years? 20?
Okay, there is one vendor that I was just chatting with this, he got in under the wire because we've cut it off now, we're not accepting new applications. 97, we're good.
That's gonna be good, yeah.
It's-
Reenactors.
Last year we
second
had
of fall.
70 for perspective.
How about reenactors? You got
They're coming in.
Okay.
We do have a cannon brigade coming.
a cannon
So,
brigade? Okay.
At 1:30, there will be a
Keep
cannon
it in the
fight.
afternoon and let everybody here know that, like Jeff know that you're gonna be shooting.
There's gonna be
fake-
no
that the cannon's
projectile,
going off. Let's
but
get the park,
boom,
so.
you know.
Gotcha.
And they're aiming the boom toward the
Yeah.
park. So we're not gonna upset the neighbors or do
Same difference.
Saturday and Sunday.
Saturday and Sunday?
At 1:30.
1:30 both days? Okay.
More or less.
Okay.
Reenactor
Around
time
that time.
could be about a 5-minute
I'll
delay.
let the
but-
sheriff's office know too.
Thank you, that's, yeah, so, yeah, it's the first time we've been able to get the cannon brigade here. Reenactors are funny people.
So, anything else? I mean, you know how to get in touch with us. You've got everything in order.
I
and,
think so, yeah, I know when the fire department's coming, and, been
We'll
talking
put
to you on and off,
We'll put
so.
horses on the baseball diamond like we always do. And
Yeah,
then we'll
the
fight
jockeys
and
are
drag it
coming.
afterwards, but that's just how it goes. We ain't gotta be somewhere.
Yeah, and it works out well,
It does.
so we're praying for dry weather,
Hope so.
and not a lot of wind would be delightful with tents, but.
Thank you.
So,
Thank you.
but other than that, we're in great shape, we
Thank
hope
you.
you guys can stop by,
We'll be out.
it's a good time.
We'll be
Appreciate
Yeah, we're
it.
planning on getting a lot of food for the food pantry. 'Cause
Good.
Thanks,
That's
Nancy.
what we do.
Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Departmental reports, Chief Jordan?
Thank you, Moose. Activity report for the month of March. Sorry. We had 112 incident reports. We had 8 criminal arrests or charges were filed against somebody. We had 1 warrant arrest. Officers wrote 72 traffic citations, 0 parking tickets, 67 warning citations, 7 crash reports, 1 code violation. They patrolled 8,650 miles. The reserve units gave us 51 3/4 free service of hours, and 19 of those 112 calls were for agencies outside the village.
Looking for guys?
Trying.
It's an ongoing thing, eh?
We're trying.
Okay,
We'll see.
appreciate it.
Questions, Chief?
Now, are the cruisers in service now as far as new ones?
Yes, sir. Yep, they're all good.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Chief.
Greg?
Yeah.
This is what Bert and I would like to have erected down at the old wastewater treatment plant, the service department area. Considering if we can find the money to do so. This is just the specs of it, what we would like to have, just a plain shell with insulation, concrete floor. The price here does not include the concrete floor or the electric, so that would be an additional cost on this.
So this, is it going to be erected over the concrete floor you're putting?
It'll be erected, then we will do the concrete floor.
I mean, you have a concrete floor that you poured last year, right?
Yeah, but that has to be a stick frame
Yeah.
and would be more expensive to cover that little area right now than what it would be of that 40 by 60.
And it may not be large enough to get the trucks in. It's only 27 feet deep.
No, this is the one that you said you were gonna locate back towards the fence, back by the impound lot.
Off the impound lot and going west with the 4 doors facing north.
So the material cost, that doesn't include the labor, right, to build the building?
That is the labor. That is
Well, that's everything?
Yeah, with wing builders.
Okay.
With potential of, you thinking down the road, is 14 foot tall enough?
Yeah.
You think so? I was just thinking bucket trucks and things like that that we've talked about. I just want to make sure you cover those
Can't
bases.
imagine anything we can't get through that 12-foot door into 14-foot ceiling.
Okay, just want to make sure.
So what can you use the cement pad that's already there for?
I could use it for a smaller building, and we'll do a stick frame on that later down the road. This will get all the dump trucks and everything out of the weather, and the clouds and everything.
So you have to find the money and then we have to approve it? Is that what you're looking for?
Yeah, you guys, April, will have to find the money, and you guys determine where we get it from.
Probably the best.
I don't believe we need approval on that. We're just showing it so that you guys have an idea where the money's going. I just kind of letting you know what we're doing or going to be
Council don't
doing.
have to approve it for 5,000?
No, you don't have to approve
Falls
it.
under his authority for the Board of Public Affairs, who's the village administrator.
But, I mean, there's
I
nothing,
mean, we look, he wants.
there's
to
nothing
approve.
saying
I
that
want
you
your
can't.
blessing.
Yeah,
No, he wants.
and
approval, but-
if you guys would like to approve it tonight, that way if we do find the money, we can just move forward with it.
Okay.
So it was over 75, that's what he needed.
I mean, she would, in best interest, should we just pass a, I think.
Yeah, I think consent or.
I make a motion that we pass a resolution that, gives these guys permission to proceed on this project.
Second.
Vote.
Yes.
Yeah.
Did you get that, April?
Next item
Yeah,
is 1995 GMC bucket truck. I would like to surplus it through gov deals and about that truck is unsafe. It has wiring issues. It hasn't been inspected for a few years. And I just, we would put more money in it than what it's worth.
What were you doing with it?
We will auction it off through gov deals
Okay.
as a truck. It's not a bucket truck.
We need action for that. I make a motion, we allow Greg to auction off the bucket truck.
No, second.
So what do you do if you need a bucket truck?
For now, on this one-man or two-man lift, I got ladders with a special attachment. I can go up the utility poles, the repair flags or whatever. Just when we take them down, I'll rent that, or if I take a tree down, I'll rent a lift.
The inspection fees on that truck are probably $3,500 to $4,000 a year, and they have to be done annually. So if we rent a lift 2 or 3 times a year, we're not gonna spend that.
Yeah.
And
Fair motion, a second. Vote.
Yes.
Yes.
And while I was back there, Rich with Fight the Ashville, Will You Lead, wherever they are, Ashville Adventures, asked me if I could keep the Vikings Fest off of the ball diamond, and I told him no. I told him, swimming that.
They've used it, and I mean, it's theirs, keep them off the ball down. I mean,
That's where they have the jousting.
yeah, they have it for the.
We're not gonna keep
So-
on going on.
I don't think it's gonna hurt it.
But it's dirty, you drag it.
And I get that, and I'm gonna respectfully disagree that it's dirty, you just drag it. It takes a while to make those
It's
fields.
not, I realize that, but it's,
Well, I agree, but I mean, but she's at, I mean,
And I get it. I just asked them, maybe we look at a different solution next year when it comes to that.
But I told him there's no way I can keep them, because that's the jousting area and it's display.
it's not good.
So, I just told him I would mention it to you guys.
Thanks, Greg.
Thanks.
Adam, anything?
This past Thursday, we had right around 75 operators and engineers from all around the state of Ohio that came into the wastewater plant for a tour. We received a bunch of compliments as far as cleanliness and the way everything looked, and that there was no odors. So that went really well. And then the barn that was put up in 2018, the full barn, it's 42 by 60. It's never been concreted. And so we put it out there to have it bid for concrete, and the bids came back, and so it is going to be done by Mike Pettibone. And so that will be concreted and finished here soon. That's all I have. If you guys don't have any questions.
Bert, you have anything? Okay. April.
yeah, I do. Sorry. I have 2 then and nows that I just need approval to pay. One is to Isaac Wiles and Burkholder, our solicitor for legal services, in the amount of $3,794. And then the other one is to Harbor Concrete for the sidewalk repairs that were done over at 6 Plum Street. If you recall, the main Utilities Committee will remember that they agreed to cover the cost of the sidewalk. So I just need approval to pay that one.
For Isaac Wiles and Burke, we have a motion.
Make a motion.
Second, vote.
Yes.
Yes.
And for Harbor Concrete for the sidewalk.
Do we have an amount on that, or?
Yeah, I'm sorry, I thought I said it. I didn't write it down.
It should have been 6,000.
It was like $66,450.
That's it, 6,000, some odd number. I'll make a motion to do that.
Vote.
Yep.
Yes.
Yes.
Committee reports?
I do have something for Jim.
Okay.
They were putting electric in the well field today. By Wednesday, the new well should be, or I'm sorry, Thursday, the new well should be operational. Be flushed and ready to use unless we decide we're gonna pull more bacteria testing out since it's set for so long. So that should be done by the end of the week.
Any idea on when they'll start repairs on the one that's got the hole in it?
We gotta get the quotes and stuff redone. From what I gathered, it was quite sizable. He said it was like $240,000 2 years ago. So it may be something we
Budget for later.
try and budget for later. I don't think it's in the cards to just jump right in and do it this year, but we've ran on one well for 20 years, so at least we'll have one good well that we're running on. And the other one could be used in an emergency case, but not ideally. So that's kind of where that's all at right now.
Greg, you'll make sure that the bleachers are brought over for Lightning Fest there.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Committee reports?
Yeah, the park committee met this evening at 5:30. A couple of different topics. One of the topics that we decided to work on, we don't have a name for it, but it's placing Christmas trees around the track over the holidays and having them lit up. And the business association is going to do the coordinating for this. And so we're looking into the guidelines. And Sam's going to talk to another Chillicothe that does something similar to kind of see if maybe, some small vendor type things might be there to help draw some people to it. Just to do something a little bit different in Asheville and not to compete with the museum and the tree lighting up downtown. And then right now, the west side park, and I guess you were talking about last week, is kind of in limbo due to the possibility of needing that space for expansion of the treatment plant. We don't know yet. So we are looking at the right way to use, and if we can use, impact fees to probably do maybe a redo of the Lexington and Station Street Park for a small kids-like park, and also try to see if we can use some of those impact fees for a little bit of work over in the main park here and try to fix that up. And Greg's going to get another number to possibly install permanent netting on the pickleball courts over here, rather than, because nobody's using what we bought. And it's just not convenient for them to come in here and pick them up and return them. And that's pretty much where we're at right now in the park committee.
Yeah, we got ordinances for first reading. The one I don't know a lot about is the solid waste.
I didn't draft it.
Huh?
I didn't draft that one. It's something that we did, well, back in 2012, we were a part of this. It's as much as we can do the first reading and get more information.
Okay. Oh, motion for first reading, 2024-08.
Is there a chance to just kick it until we get more
Yeah,
information
I'm
before we start the
fine.
legislative process? I just don't know enough about it, so I'm gonna vote no on first reading if I don't know more about it.
Got a motion to table.
So
I'll make a
moved.
motion to,
Second. Vote.
Yes.
Table that till next meeting. And then ordinance 2024-09. It's a position of construction representative. We've had some issues with the commercial inspector we had. Chris, we've talked, and our plan that we would rather have one in-house that we have some control over, and he can work with Bert and the developer fees will pay for the position, so.
no motion for first reading?
Second? Second. Vote.
Yes.
Ordinance 2024-09, an ordinance to establish a position of construction representative for the village of Ashville and declaring an emergency.
Want it tonight? Okay. I'll make a motion, we accept the first reading, suspend the rules of council, waiving the second and third reading, adopts ordinance 2024-09 as an emergency measure.
Is this being paid 100% by the developer fees or what?
It is paid, it depends on the work that he does. So if he's doing inspecting developer things, yes, 100% of that will come out of the developer fees. But if he is inspecting something for Adam, we would have to pay him out of Adam's funds, or however. But I think you're looking at the majority of it is going to be
Yeah.
new construction, right?
Yes.
So who sets the pay? Do we set how much we pay him or what?
It's going to be based on what we decide. Yeah.
This would just be creating.
It's a created position. Yep.
Motion. There's questions on, I'll vote.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Vote.
Yep, yep.
Yes.
Okay, so what was the actual? Or do
Motion
you-
was made by Dave,
I made a motion.
seconded by,
I'll second.
I thought it was.
So nobody seconded,
Randy
okay.
seconded.
Randy.
And this was just a regular to approve the first reading?
No, we suspended it.
I want, okay. We got into conversation.
Oh, one thing I didn't do, we have planning and zoning's report, so
You
motion.
didn't ask for a full vote on it.
What's that?
You didn't ask for a full vote on.
Oh. Vote.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Sorry. I do need a motion to accept the planning and zoning report for March 24th.
So moved.
Second.
Second.
Vote.
Yep.
Yes.
Real quick. Just on my notes. Last week we had a meeting, so Pickaway County Parks, South Bloomfield, and us for Block 31 down on Terry Reed's. There's an interest in purchasing the property and turning it into a park. So we met with the partner of, I don't know, is she the director or
Something like that,
something
yeah.
like that, on the side of the park.
Arista, yeah.
And had some discussion. I'm gonna check with Terry and see how Terry and his family still feel about whether they're still interested in selling the property. If they are, then we may pursue it. Met with Local Waste, had a meeting with them about the backing down the streets, and the trash cans they were just slinging the trash cans back, was pretty productive. They actually had a supervisor following the truck today, making sure that all the trash cans went back where they were and that, and they said that that will be if an employee backs up and they're complained about, they'll automatically be terminated. He said there's not even gonna be a question, they will fire them. And they're coming up with a gridding system, so there'll only be maybe 5 or 6 streets in town that are short, like Mary Place or Root Place, where, you know, they're a couple, less than a half a block where they can back up. Other than that, they are not to back the truck up. They're making a gridding system, and they'll have to drive around the block or whatever, so. And the supervisor said they will keep, and if we see anything worth, you call them, and they said they will deal with it.
I know, I called them today, because we usually will have our trash in either a Walmart bag or a grocery sack and put it in the can. And last week, my wife said the guy just reached in and took it out and dumped trash all over the street, left it, and then left the rest that was in the can. And it did the same thing this week, and didn't dump trash everywhere. So I called him, and Colton sent him, I guess he sent him an email. And they were down here this afternoon and picked up the rest of what they didn't get this morning. And they took my can up to the garage door this time. It's like they're driving down an obstacle course when they're done.
So I also got a question. So do you know that all the trash cans at your house are serial numbered? If you lose that trash can, it's $150 to replace it. Well, the neighbor, trash can was gone. I had to go look for it, and that's what they're doing. So they were short a trash can last week, and it was a neighbor's across the street where they found it. Well, today they have an extra one. So I find a hard time finding that our residents will be penalized because the trash guys can't put it back where it came.
I don't know that we've ever had a resident, I understand what you're saying. We've had people come and move into homes where maybe the property owner took the trash can with them and they just replaced it.
Well, I just know that when one of our residents called them, that's what they were told by local police. If you don't have it, you will be charged $150. Well, then tell the trash guy to put it back where they got it.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. Like, short one last week, got an extra one today. So well, I don't know.
And we had a CETA meeting today with Harrison Township in South Bloomfield at the firehouse, and I guess they've been having the, like, Earnhardt Hill and Burger Hospital, things been having meetings, and we weren't invited, and it's our CETA, so we have a meeting on Thursday, and we're going to invite them in to explain what they're doing, because we said we're just going to tell them that it's our CETA, and, you know, they're going to abide by what we want, and we'll make the decision as primary stakeholders. See what happens. That's all I've got. Chad, you have anything?
No, not
Have we gotten our payments from the distillery? We have-
Some, everything that is due so far,
We
yeah.
do. Okay, that's all I had. I just wanted to see.
Yep.
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
Vote?
Yes.